look, that team, I'd say personally best forward pack.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can beat that forward pack.
Even the Penrith.
As a who do you reckon?
Honestly, no one's passing the Penrith team of
I think
20,
dogs, bro.
from 2021 to 2023.
I don't think so.
You had Willie
I don't
Mason,
think, look, those
O'Mealy.
Panthers ones are good forwards, but they don't beat Willie Mason, O'Mealy,
get it.
Sonny Bill.
Andrew Ryan,
Bro, they
Sonny
don't
Bill.
beat them.
As Joey says, you're putting your Bulldogs hat on, man. Be real.
No, I'm being real. That team's not the best.
Okay, but
that team's not the best team.
Penrith is a better team in general, but
I'm
the
saying
forward
their
pack.
forward pack beats any forward pack. All right, guys, welcome back to the Touchline Podcast, episode 44. Here with the boys again. Season is done. NRL is done. It's the off season, of course, for us now. But still, we're going to be bringing you guys podcasts, challenges. And yeah, so how have you been, boys?
Yeah, been all right, man.
Good.
Keeping well, man. How you been, boys?
Yeah, good.
Bill,
Bill, I can, Bill, yeah, you're holding.
Remember when we used to do show and tells back in the day in school?
Yeah.
Used to bring in what you got over the weekend and like you say in front of the whole class. Let me have my moment right now. Look what I got in my hands. Hold on, let me switch this around. A limited edition Bulldogs Terry Lamb signed leather ball.
Wow.
For free.
For free. So where I work, I'm not saying where I work, but a lot of people know where I work. Had a Bulldogs ambassadors event.
Yeah.
And fucking Terry Lamb was there, Phil Gould was there, Dale Broman was there, a lot of ex-Doggies, even current players, Liam Knight was there. This is the shift every Bulldogs fan wants. Like, no matter what your profession is, like you want to be around those Doggies players and those
You dream
legends.
about those shifts.
That was the greatest shift I ever worked. So how I got this ball, funny story. I told you boys how I went on stage with Taafe, the comedian.
Yeah.
From Fat Pizza.
I saw that on your Snapchat.
I was working, whatever. He calls me up on stage and did like a little, a bit, like a segment bit about, I don't know, we were role playing or whatever. Like, I was doing sound effects or whatever. I'll put up on the screen. I have the video. I'll put a snippet.
France, good. He had a very French name. His name was? Gustavo. Good. He was half German. Gustavo was on a hot date with a girl from a very exotic country, far, far away. She's from the country of? Lebanon. Good. She had a very Lebanese name. Her name was? Fatma. This is getting good. Gustavo was on a hot date with Fatma. I love this. Gustavo got up in the morning. He put his aftershave on. It wasn't Tabbouleh Sunrise. It was the other one. What was the aftershave? Hummus. Good.
And basically, I was running a mark, making the crowd laugh and whatever, and then someone in the crowd throws me the ball. The leather limited edition ball. So I get thrown the ball, and I'm like, you know what? I'll be great. Let me get a signed by Terry Lamb. I wanted just Terry Lamb's signature.
Oh, he
Terry
signed it that day.
You didn't want anyone else.
I could have got a lot of legends, but I really Terry Lamb is
Just
like
one.
you think of Bulldogs, you think of Terry Lamb.
Because he was the GOAT. Like,
He's the GOAT, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, Terry Lamb, I'm like, you're the greatest Bulldog. Can you please sign this ball? He signed it for me, man, and that was the story behind this one.
Wow.
Fuck, Terry Lamb's a
You
legend.
didn't tell me that. I didn't know.
And then he's a legend. He's talking to me as if I know the bloke. They even like all those legends or whatever. After my shift ended, told me to like stay back and have drinks with them.
Wow.
That's
Like,
nice.
I got that close. Terry Lamb was hugging me, man, calling me from across the room.
That's good.
Hey, Bill. Man, it was a crazy shift, that one, man.
Yeah, it's a dream to have that
I
shift.
put up the photos on the screen of me meeting him or whatever. But that was the story behind that. That was a crazy shift. And I told you boys about it was a crazy week. How we even got the framed
the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I saw that on
2015, 80 years Bulldogs.
That's crazy, bro.
I'll put it up the screen again. I got it for free.
Wow.
I don't know if it wants to be mentioned. I'm not going to mention him, but someone from my work. So I had it laying around in my man cave. I thought you'd be great. You're a big Doggies fan and whatnot. I'm going to give it to you for free.
Yeah.
I felt so
Lucky
bad.
week
I have
for
to
you.
pay you for
I think it's your best luck of the week.
Honestly, like if it's
Straight up.
every Bulldogs fan's dream to have this week. I had.
What a ball, a jersey.
Mate, it's like back in the 80s, like the prime ball, those leather balls. You feel it.
We felt it a bit. It's like nice.
It's like it's different.
Is
man.
there
It's different.
anything else in store for Bill? We shall see.
I don't know. We'll see, man. Fuck,
There could be more.
Knock on wood, man. Where's the wood, man? Like, I can't get better than this, man. No way. Like,
Knock on Anthony.
I'm not going to. But
that's a
You can just be careful on that so you don't break.
mad week for Bill.
Yeah.
Anthony, I guess you had the opposite of what Bill had. Probably a shit week, you reckon?
Oh, no, not really. It was standard week.
Standard week. Yeah.
No, we played Oztag
yeah,
on
that was
Friday.
good. That was a
That
good
was
game.
good, bro. We needed that, man, honestly.
Oh, that's fun
After
for
a
the
year,
boys,
man.
yeah.
It was good.
We had to change it up. You know, every year we always play touch footy, and the boys will say, you know what, let's change it up. Let's do Oztag.
was
Let's
good.
get the boys together, play.
We all enjoyed it.
No, we
fun,
actually
it's
enjoyed
fun.
it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think, bro, that was the best game I've ever played.
The next
We
one
actually
was-
beat them. Like,
It
what was
was
the score?
so it was like 15,
What, by 3
12?
points or
Yeah,
something?
15, it was close game.
But we
game.
kept beating
Yeah,
the
yeah.
choice.
It was
Poor
mad.
Paddy.
Yeah, poor Paddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paddy.
Anyways, we'll start off the pod. Few news in the rugby league world.
Yeah.
We'll start off with Blake Taafe. He won, of course, what he won it with the
He's aiming for
Rabbitohs.
the
Yeah, he
number
won
one
the
spot, yeah.
premiership with
New South Wales Cup.
Yeah, he won the New South Wales Cup with the Rabbitohs. Playing fullback. Now he signed with the Bulldogs. He's aiming for that number one spot.
Yeah.
Especially with Crichton coming in now. There's rumours he's getting it, but Serrato's mentioned that we're pretty much going there for the both. They're pretty much going there for the same spot, but it will be up to whoever trains the best.
So they're fighting for the.
They're fighting
So they're fine for the number one spot.
Exactly.
That's what
So-
they're trying to prove on.
Look, Taafe's a great player, a great upcoming player. Crichton, 3 premierships already, best centre in the game. Who do you want in the fullback position, Anthony?
You got the 2 best right now, but I can see Crichton.
Edging
He's not just edging it, bro. He's dying for it. He actually wants the number one spot.
But do you think? Look, Crichton's been crazy at centre.
No, I think he's actually perfect
He's
fit
probably
in
the
seven.
best centre. Yeah. So should we risk him playing him fullback? That's
No,
the
I
question.
don't think so. I personally think should put Blake Taafe in the fullback position and leave Crichton in the centre because he can work with Fox.
So that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I want.
But you probably think the Bulldogs will go Crichton fullback. Yeah. Is that what you think?
I don't know. It's a tough thing, bro. We have to wait and see. We got to see what the preseason, what they're gonna do and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
how they're gonna train and that.
Boys,
no
what
one
do you-
knows.
what do you think?
I personally,
It's a hard decision, bro. It's a very, very
I
hard
personally
decision.
want him centre. I
Yeah.
feel like he's a great centre.
Of course he is.
I feel like Taafe will be better at fullback.
Yeah.
Than Crichton. I mean, Crichton didn't he play with was it Samoa at fullback? Was
Yeah,
it?
he did. Yeah,
Yeah, he actually
He smashed it over there.
World Cup.
He's proven that he can play fullback. But I feel like he's a better fit for centres, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
leave
I think
Taafe
he
at
is.
fullback, and
He's
I
got
think,
that body. He's got the speed.
I think
Yeah.
we're in a good season if he's in centres.
For me,
Yeah, I
I'd
think
say
so.
Taafe, I've already said my thoughts about him. I don't think he's the best fullback in the game. I don't
Yeah.
think he's the best player in general, not only as a fullback, but as a player himself. Crichton, look, he might work as fullback. I think with the money we're spending and what Gus has said on previous podcasts that he has signed Crichton to play fullback. He wants to play fullback as well, but he's also said that we've signed Taafe for a fullback role.
Yeah,
so
that's
look,
right.
it could go either way. For me, I'll put Crichton centre.
Yeah.
That's his best position. He's been in the Penrith team that has won the 3P, and his best
Absolutely.
position has been in that position,
Yeah.
and he's performed well. Taafe also, I think just keep it the same. Fullback Taafe and Crichton centre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I-
how I'll go.
Has to-
But look,
I think Taafe
yeah.
will get the fullback role because
Of course.
I don't see him being utility. I've
No,
said it a
no.
number of times. You might as well stay at the Rabbitohs if you're going to play utility.
Exactly.
So he's coming because he knows he's got the
Or
number one.
how I see it could be Crichton could go fullback for, say, 5 games. They'll
Maybe,
see
yeah.
how he goes.
Exactly.
And then if things are not working, they put him back centre and they put Taafe back in
100%.
fullback.
And even like if something happens, like if Blake Taafe, for example, got injured during the season, Crichton can jump into the fullback position, or the Fox as well. They got 2 big main
Or
players.
Hayes Perham.
Oh,
I'm joking.
I don't like to mention it, but like he didn't have a good season this
Yeah.
year. I'll be fair with you.
I think everyone
I
agrees.
think everyone knows,
agree.
of course.
But apparently,
But I'm just saying, no,
he's
I'm
not
just
a
saying for
fullback.
next 2
Apparently he's a
I know
centre.
he's not. He's a centre.
And
He
fair
is.
enough, in New South Wales, New South Wales Cup, when he played, what's it called? Set in centre.
centre.
He was actually pretty good. So maybe the coaches put him under the bus. They're putting him fullback when that's not his
Yeah.
position. But look, I guess we'll never know the truth behind that. But
Exactly.
what we do know is that Josh Ado Carr is facing a 2-match ban
Yeah, I saw
heading
that.
into the
I saw his
2024
story on
season.
Instagram, yeah.
After his brawl in the Curry.
the Curry match.
Yeah, the Curry match.
I think Ben Barber was playing that match.
Oh, was
that
he?
match,
I don't know
yeah.
who.
I didn't
There
know.
was a
I think
lot
it
of
was.
players that
Yeah, a lot of players.
Oh, that's
that was-
where was it? Was it in
I
Queensland?
think in
It
Queensland.
has to be in
It
Queensland.
had to be up there.
Yeah. So we might miss Ado Carr for the first 2 games already. Bulldogs are known for off-season controversy.
What
so
happened again?
It's not gonna-
Was it he knocked out someone?
I think.
I think he threw the
No,
first
he got
punch.
knocked out. I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he-
threw
He got
the
knocked
first
out,
There is a
but he
clip-
must have punched first.
There-
I
he
don't
got-
know what
he-
happened.
Well, he got
So
banned.
I swear
So
that
he
Yeah.
he got knocked out in a tackle.
Yeah.
He didn't get knocked out through the punch.
And then after that, he punched.
they had
him.
a fight, like
And then
a
he
punch.
punched
He
him.
punched him.
Yeah, so that's why he got the 2-match ban.
Look, for me-
I don't think he should get a 2-match ban for that.
That's what- yeah.
Is it an official?
That's what I
it's
was
not an
telling-
official
that's
match.
what
But you're
Samuel.
representing the NRL.
But like
anything else you
hold
do,
on.
you're-
But
Of
if he's-
course, right.
But why would you ban a bloke for a match that's not even part of the rugby of NRL? I get it. They must have signed something in his contract where it's like you do anything outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get.
In another match you can get a ban. But I don't think that should apply.
Look, to be honest, I think it should because for example, you represent NRL. Like if you look at anything in general, like someone, I remember a few years ago, a footy player had a fight at a bar, and you got to get suspended for that.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
a way, like I think a suspension is probably fair. I think 2 games is fair. If they're
But I
not
think
3 or
that's
4,
different.
Yeah.
then I think it's
I
different.
think that's different
So
because
if I want to play park footy
But that's
tomorrow,
park footy. Yeah.
If I play park footy tomorrow with a few of the boys and I knock someone out, and I'll play for the NRL, the NRL going to contact me and say you get 2-match
I
ban?
know.
No,
agree with
but
that.
I think
I don't agree with that.
I agree with
I
what you're
don't.
saying. But I think the Curry match was like a proper event.
Is it? It
It wasn't just
must have been a
it wasn't
special
just
event
like
or
a cousins playing footy.
Yeah,
That's
but
different.
is it linked to the NRL? The
I don't
actual
know,
NRL
maybe, I don't know.
organisation?
I'm
I
not
don't
too
know,
sure.
If
but
it's
I think
not
it's
linked, I
a
don't think it
proper
should apply.
event. Oh, then yeah, I get what you're saying.
Look, if Ado Carr is getting a 2-match ban
Yeah.
for the start of the year, then I think again, why have they not investigated Walsh? What he said about some kid's mum?
Yeah, I saw that.
Again,
I saw that.
For me,
That
that's
was
worse.
not
You're a
appropriate,
footy
bro.
player and you're like full telling a kid your mum.
It's all about
That
the
is
look of the
disgusting.
game. It's about the faces of the game. Reef Walsh is a face of the game. Ado Carr's a face of the
And he
game.
thinks he's like the megastar now in NRL.
I get the standpoint NRL
Yeah.
has taken about banning Ado Carr because at the end of the day he does represent the game.
He does,
You
yeah.
can't let anyone do that on the field wherever you go, wherever if it's the bar. I get at that point, but if it's not linked to the NRL, don't bloody ban the
That's
bloke
what
for
I-
what?
yeah, I
At least it's not affecting his round 1.
Because you look at like you
No,
said,
it won't, it
what do you
won't.
mean?
It doesn't affect
He-
it.
he-
'Cause
No, he's
gonna-
banned for 2 games.
He's banned for the Pacific Championship.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
right.
And he's ruled
so
out of
maybe the
Australia
ban
as well.
was
He's ruled out.
through the Australia
Yeah.
game. Okay.
Yeah, he's ruled out, and they named what's name Dylan Edwards from Penrith Penrith
So it's
Panthers.
fine.
Sorry.
It didn't happen like it
Yeah.
doesn't affect the Bulldogs.
No, exactly,
right?
it doesn't.
Look,
he's
now-
still training and he's still doing preseason training.
Now let's shift to another topic about West Tigers. Apparently, there's speculation that they could have their own stadium in Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's been quite.
I think it's been for years they've been saying that. I've been saying that to everyone as well.
20,000 seat stadium.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not that big.
not that big.
Not big.
But like, how many stadiums do they need? They got one in Leichhardt. Hold on,
Yeah.
Leichhardt.
Bankwest.
They
Was
got
it Combank?
Combank Stadium, and they got Campbelltown.
Campbelltown, yeah.
So 3.
Yeah.
So they want 4.
Yeah, and isn't Campbelltown the
But then
regular
maybe
stadium?
Maybe they just say
Campbelltown's
there.
always.
Like I get it, they want fundings for the Leichhardt
Yeah.
Oval, and that's what they should get. Valandi should bloody listen
Look-
to him, and Valandi should talk to who's the bloody PM?
The mayor.
the Sydney.
Prime Minister.
Bloody, what do you call him? The Sydney,
Governor.
Sydney
the
Hall.
one that runs shit in Sydney. What's his name?
Oh, you
Do
mean the Premier?
The Premier.
No, the Premier.
What's
Chris.
his name? Perrottet, whatever.
No, it's not.
It is.
Chris something.
Yeah, that
Dominic-
one. Yeah.
the Perrottet.
Dominic.
Dominic Perrottet,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
No, he got sacked. He got sacked.
No,
Yeah, he did.
Anyways,
Okay, anyways.
Yeah,
go.
actually-
I don't think he got sacked, but
No,
anyway.
he did.
All right, bro.
All right.
Anyways.
go on the internet right now on the
It
phone.
was fucking Gladys that got sacked, you idiot.
No, Gladys got sacked. She got sacked in the COVID
Look, let's
season,
just end the
and Dominic
debate.
Perrottet
Let's
got
see.
sacked as well.
No, he didn't,
must.
man.
Yes,
I
he
think it's
did.
Dominic
Also,
still.
who's the Premier?
I'm going to tell you right
No,
now.
he's
Sammy
searching-
searching. Sammy searching.
Yeah, search it.
This is regardless, man. That's not the point.
New South Wales
Going off
Premier right
topic.
now. Don't play games with me.
No, I
Don't
think
play games with me.
Dominic.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
No,
Chris
it's not.
wins.
Yeah, I told you,
Chris
Chris wins. Yes, I told you. See,
Okay, yeah.
But anyway,
all right, man. Anyways, so they should talk to the Premier and say we need fundings for like that. I think it's falling apart, man.
it's not like falling apart.
They should
It's
fix
just-
that. Fix
No,
that.
they should fix. But the thing is, the problem is that the oval and the location. The hardest thing about it is just the parking wise, so people can go to the game and walk in that.
Yeah.
But they have no area that they can park their cars. It's very dodgy. It's very dodgy, and traveling as well is very hard as well.
Why can't they pay out Leica? Campbelltown.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but they got parking wise and that.
Liverpool?
But I'll tell you why Liverpool, because
Liverpool.
the next few years they got that airport coming in and all that stuff. So that's why the population, they're all going to go towards the west. So if they build the stadium, I think they're going to build the car park and the facilities and everything.
That's not their home. Liverpool's not their home.
it's not
And
their
they got
home.
their training facility at Concord Oval as well.
But like the location is so weird.
It
Like,
is
first
very-
of all,
it's
you
very
already
frustrating.
got 4 home grounds, and now you want in Liverpool. You know the Dogs. I think there was a story that they wanted Liverpool to be our home ground.
There was a couple
remember that.
seasons ago.
Couple seasons
Yeah,
ago.
but it didn't work out.
That's dumb.
I'm sure the West Tigers fans are against this.
We're
Tigers.
Bankstown, like
Yeah,
I said, Bulldogs, of course, the
Yeah,
Tigers,
Bankstown.
West
But
Tigers.
if the council proves, like from Liverpool and Bankstown Council, I think it should work, but they need the capacity, at least the max 50,
they gotta,
60,000.
of course, they got to.
Because not that, Sam, because they're trying to bring the A-League as well.
Yeah, exactly.
At Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they want the new team to be there. Liverpool something. I don't know what it is.
They have to renovate and refurbish the Leica Oval.
Yeah.
Because that's their home.
It's their base
stadium.
home ground. Yeah.
But if you really look at it, Belmore, they're not touching it, so maybe they just don't want to put any effort. That's like a heritage site. Like it has so
You
much.
talking about Belmore?
No,
What do you mean,
Leica
bro?
Oval.
I think the fence fell over or something. Something broke on one of the
Oh,
games.
if it's
The
falling
fence-
apart,
I think that
The
was
fence-
4 years
what
back.
do you mean?
Yeah.
I heard about that, the heritage, whatever.
Yeah.
But like you gotta maintain it.
Yeah,
a
if
bit.
it's
You can't
falling
let the
apart,
fence-
you gotta fix
the
it.
fence. I think they tumbled over the fence or
Yeah,
the
it's
gate or
dangerous.
something.
It's
It's
dangerous.
falling apart.
Of course.
Renovate it. Let that be their home ground. I'm sure the Tigers fans will be happy, and it'll build their culture again. That's their home.
I swear, I think
that's
it's
their home
only
ground.
us and Tigers that don't actually have a home ground.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, maybe
Like a
just
proper
us.
home ground.
No,
Yeah.
Tigers did have a home ground last year.
No, what was it?
Where did they play majority of the games? I think it was Campbelltown.
Wasn't it Combank?
Combank.
They had Combank.
Majority of the
They had
games.
a few Combank
this
this
I'm talking
year.
about. Yeah.
They had a few games at
Combank,
Combank.
Combank,
and
yeah,
Leica
but it
as
wasn't-
well.
They played a few.
Campbelltown.
Yeah,
Campbelltown was most of the
Campbelltown
game.
games,
So it's
yeah.
only Dogs basically without a home ground.
Yeah.
Look, as much
Nah,
as I love
Dogs only had-
ANZ,
yeah.
but I want my own home ground where teams come to the stadium fearing us that we don't, like Manly,
It's
they
a
barely
fortress.
lose at
Barely really
what's it
lose
called?
at their home ground.
Yeah,
4
Brookvale.
points. Yeah, Brookvale.
4
And
points
now
back,
Dogs,
yeah.
I want that same.
Yeah, that
situation.
brings up another topic. Do we bring back games in Belmore for the Bulldogs? Since we're going off this topic, does Bulldogs consider maybe bringing our home games back in the homeland? Or
We should.
Look, as
Belmore
we were
Sports Ground?
speaking, Bulldogs have a terrible record at Belmore.
Yeah,
in
they
a
do.
way of that, like it doesn't link with what Manly
Yeah.
the fortune, but of course they should. That's Belmore's at home, but the problem is the parking. They're not,
Yeah,
they're
it
not
is.
gonna do it.
That's the major.
I'm sure they can sort that out. I'm sure they can build. They got money, man.
They can try,
The
but
Canterbury Bankstown
Yeah.
Council's millions.
No,
mate.
I
they can build another car
But
park.
you
a
remember
big
what's
car
called?
park.
Someone said about a call. They get like so much money from one match.
Yeah.
That's
There
why
you
it's the reason why they're saying that call because of the money they're earning.
yeah.
The club, the money the club's getting. So I think that's why they stay there.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
the
was
problem
it-
is the
Yeah,
problem
go.
is at Belmore. The train line's in the way. The Bankstown line train station
That's
is
true,
it's
yeah.
actually in the
They
way.
can't really
You
do
can't put seats up there on the top, and you got the goalposts behind as well.
And you
No, the
can't-
seats are fine. The
I
capacity
don't
is
know.
fine over there.
It's very-
What's the max
it's very,
capacity at Belmore Sports Ground?
17,000.
17,000.
Probably, yeah, it
Is
is.
it less?
Let's say 20.
20, say max
20,
20,
okay,
say
20,000.
max
I'm fine with 20.
20,000, yeah.
You make the game seem like it's full. It doesn't seem like it's empty half the time, just like how we're having it now at a core stadium.
Yeah.
And you build a culture back. How good are those days in
It'll be
Belmore?
packed out every game, Belmore.
It will.
Beautiful. Tony,
Because
the
they're not-
culture. You want Bulldogs culture? You bring the games back in Belmore. You see how the team flourishes there.
A normal attendance is 20,000.
Yeah.
Like
Majority,
roughly,
yeah.
roughly. So it'll be full.
Yeah,
packed
but
out
back in
every
the
time.
days at ANZ Stadium, the core stadium now, the new name, it used to be full packed, 40,000.
Yeah, it used to be. Yeah, that's how
all
it
dog
was. Yeah,
supporters.
yeah,
But
yeah.
now I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
it's
Everyone's
better.
moved their own ways. But I'm just saying for the stadium wise, for parking, I don't know.
Maybe that's why.
It's a big
For these
major
old
factor.
stadiums, that's all the problem is
But don't
parking.
forget, you've got buildings right next doors as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've got them in the
Yeah,
streets.
homes
That's
and
the
that-
problem.
that's
you
why,
can't
yeah.
you can't get rid of them because people are living.
Yeah.
Second of all, parking, I don't know, that's a big major issue.
Yeah.
But people have to park at Canterbury League's club
Yeah.
to walk from there all the
And
way to
even
the
in
stadium.
the streets and that, it's
Even
hard.
the street and even transport as well. You got to understand
That's
that
the one
too.
disadvantage why they can't play.
But the main thing for Tigers, I don't know. They got three
home grounds.
Three
Yeah.
home grounds.
Yeah.
They can use.
How about they
Campbelltown.
start winning games and fucking
Yeah,
work?
that's
Yeah,
what they
let's see
should
that.
focus
Let's
on.
see that in 2024.
But anyways, but speaking of the Bulldogs, Fox League wrote an article about the 2024 Bulldogs theory that we've been saying.
I just said it off camera, yeah.
That is crazy. It's going mainstream now.
It's going
Our
everywhere.
theory's going
I'm
viral.
just scared it's going to get to a point where it's going to get jinxed.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking,
many
man.
people's
That's what I was
noticed it.
thinking. Because I feel like if someone mentions something and it's now in the mainstream media, it's not going to happen anymore. If it was under the
much.
radar, I still believe it 100%.
Yeah. You
Funny
got to
story-
believe history.
Yeah. But my manager actually, as I told you, I went into work and she's like, I saw your theory on one of the Fox
Yeah,
League
yeah,
articles. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
I can't believe it's made it that far. Like, look, it's going to a point where everyone's
like
talking
put your
about it.
house on the quotation.
Yeah,
mark.
everyone's talking
Why
about it.
it could happen, which I think it will, because if it was just like we said, always 74, 84, 90, if it was just that, okay, maybe it's just a coincidence. But you look at the three-peat, that someone
The jersey
brought it up,
flag.
the jersey flag, it's just everything's matching
Hold on,
up.
Charbel. Panthers had no right to win that game. That
Yeah,
grand final.
that's
Zero
exactly,
right.
yeah.
That was Broncos' game to win.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the footy gods wanted. I think they wanted us to win the premiership next year. But they're like to Nathan Cleary, you win the game for us, so Bulldogs win the next year.
100%. And
Yeah.
even like back in 2003, they won it.
Yeah.
So 2023
2023
and now 2024.
The Jersey Flag boys, the last
Yeah,
one they won
yeah,
was
but
03.
It's actually crazy.
In
From the history books,
2003,
man.
Panthers won the comp. And 2004 Bulldogs won the
You know what I noticed the other day too? This is off topic about the theory. This year, the first 3 games was the teams Panthers faced in the grand final. Round 1 was Broncos, round
That's
2
right.
was Rabbitohs, and round 3 was Para. Isn't that
right.
crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow,
Yeah.
say it again, go.
Round 1 was Broncos,
Broncos.
where they lost against
This year,
the
yeah,
1 point
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Second game was Rabbitohs. Third game was
Yes.
Parramatta.
Wow, so
that's
next is
crazy.
Dogs.
Fourth game was
If
Raiders.
it's Dogs, we know we're going to the grand final. If Dogs is first
That's a
round next
crazy
year,
one.
I think it could because Crichton's now there and Kickow. Surely it's
And
Dogs.
Purden and-
Say what you're saying. If Dogs ain't there
Surrounded.
first.
I was trying to put 2 and 2 together. I don't know how I'm going to
So
connect
it looks
the
like
dots.
it could be Penrith's Dogs first game
But
next year.
It could, maybe.
could, but
if
we
Dogs
have to
are in
beat
the
them.
first couple games next year, that means we're
Yeah.
making it.
Yeah, I don't care if we versus Penrith first game. I'm telling you, we're making
You know
it.
what's funny?
But we have to
Making
beat
it.
them. That's the
Guess
big
what I did
question.
when I was saying what we did on the weekend? I was going to say the story. So I was out with the boys and I was like, you know what, man? Let me actually put my house on it. I want a sports bet. I tried to put $5,000 on the Bulldogs. I was putting $5,000.
He went 200,000
I
or
was putting
something.
$5,000 payouts.
Are you out of your mind?
Hold on. $5,000 payouts, $230,000. I was going through with this. I was like, I deposited the money. I was about to put my quick deposit.
Oh, God.
I tried to do it, and then like, one of our team members are going to call you. Just to see if everything's all right. They got fucking worried about me putting $5,000.
Yeah.
The bloke calls me. He's like, "Is everything all right, Bill? Do you need help? Do you know how to set a deposit limit?" I'm like, "Everything's good, man." I'm like, "What's wrong with me trying to put $5,000 in the Bulldogs?" I wish I recorded this. And he's trying to run through like the issues with gambling.
Yeah.
It is an
Like
issue.
gamble responsible.
But I told him like, mate, I'm so sure about this that like I want to put my house on it, man. Like I want to put $5,000 on it.
Because you know it's happening.
But you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me back out and actually put $10,000 the next time.
You put
I'm gonna-
10 grand?
So I didn't put $5,000 at that point in time because I was already gone. Half my mind was gone, so I was on the piss.
Leave it at $5,000.
But no, I was like, you know what? Instead of putting $5,000, how about I double and put $10,000?
Don't do that.
So I actually
do that,
might
right?
put it as a lump sum $10,000. I win.
that's what you're
Trust me,
putting-
don't do that.
Technically, you're
$430,000.
putting your house. That's
Do it.
putting your
I am
house on
putting
it.
my house on it. I am putting my house
Okay,
on
but
it.
listen, I know people put money, and I know they're gamble responsible. But
Gamble responsibly. I'll put your house on the Bulldogs 2024.
But I'm just saying,
Anthony,
if
you
you
got-
put $100
Yeah,
or
yeah.
$10 or $50, okay, different story. And you're putting a good multi on it, like anytime try scorers and all that stuff. Okay, but just for one team to put $10,000.
You think I'm bluffing?
Rest in peace, Bill, if he
No,
loses
you
that.
think, but people think I'm bluffing.
I
I'm
think
not
we got to
bluffing.
save this.
I'm not bluffing.
We
man.
have to save this for
I'm
next year.
putting my house
I think
on
leave it
this.
at $5,000 then. If you really
I'm
want to
putting
put
it-
5K.
So there we go. Mom and dad don't watch
I
this.
don't think there's.
But yeah,
I would have put
Gamble
5,000. I would
responsibly.
not put 5,000. All right, if you told me $100,
Even Sportsbet didn't want me to put.
yeah, but a couple of days ago, as you know, Nathan Merrit,
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
unfortunately,
that.
was rushed
Yeah,
to the
off topic,
hospital. It just apparently he's collapsed.
life
fuck,
support.
man,
Yeah, life
He's on-
support.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
a
was a
crazy
top. He's a top player back in the days.
Legend
Rabbitohs,
for- I remember
legend for
watching him, this
Rabbitohs.
bloke.
Yeah, so hopefully everything goes
What happened
goes well
again?
for
He
him.
just collapsed?
He just collapsed out
I
of
don't know.
nowhere,
He's
and just
on
he had to
life
life
I
support
think he has
now.
probably health problems or something.
Probably hold it. He's
Was
going
it health
to.
or was like he overdosed or?
No,
No,
he
he
just.
probably had
I don't
health
know.
problems,
I haven't
maybe.
really. But when I was reading the news, it
Yeah.
just said he collapsed in front of his family.
Yeah,
And that.
apparently he's in serious condition. Like
Yeah, he's serious.
he's in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very,
Life
very bad-
support, bro. That's like.
Look, the whole
like the
Sydney,
end.
Yeah,
the
the
whole
end.
Sydney, South Sydney, sorry, the club and that, they're all behind him now. All the past, the present players, and all the board members and that, they're all at the hospital now.
Yeah.
So they're all just waiting for him to wake up a bit.
Now.
Huh?
Are they at the hospital now?
No, I'm just saying
I
they're
thought-
all
I
around
was
him.
saying
Well, we should-
I thought you knew.
That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Best wishes
I
to
feel-
Nathan Merrit, man. Honestly, what a top player.
I remember watching this bloke. He was a gun
He
player.
reminds me of like Alex Johnson a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of Alec Johnson.
He was
the
strong
best.
too. He had
Fast.
He
everything.
reminds me of Reese Wesser. You remember
Yeah,
Reese
Reece
Wesser?
Wesser was
He used to play for Penrith and South too.
He's like
That's
one of those
awesome.
players, like when we started to get into footy, we
Yeah,
was like watching him on the
he was
screen.
like those.
It was all
Yeah.
about speed and just
Yeah.
running. That's all it was.
But
and he was that quick too.
But boys, quickly, let's get our quick tips for the Pacific Championships that are happening this week.
Yeah, okay.
Quick
Yeah,
fire
I didn't
tips.
see that, actually.
So first game, it's happening on Saturday at Queensland County Bank Stadium in Townsville. Kangaroos versus Samoa. That's going to be a
That'll
great
be a
matchup.
tough one.
That'll be a good
Boys,
one.
who you tipping, Sam?
I'll go the Kangaroos.
Kangaroos?
Let's stick with
Go
Kangaroos.
Kangaroos.
I'm saying Samoa. Somebody's telling me Samoa, man.
Okay.
I don't know, they got
Samoa.
quite a playing.
Crichton's there.
Samoa.
No, I'll go Kangaroos.
I'm saying Samoa. I feel like they upset them over there. And last game for that week, PNG. I think
They're
they
not
faced
bad.
Kangaroos.
They're not bad.
They
They put up
actually-
a fight.
They put up a fight.
Yeah.
So it's PNG versus Cook Islands. Who plays for Cook Islands? Do you know anyone?
There's a few players like from I think Penrith and that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure who.
Let's go
fully plays.
PNG.
Justin Olam, isn't he playing for
gonna
Papua
go
New Guinea?
PNG.
Maybe, yeah, he
Yeah.
plays.
I hope
Yeah,
he
all of
plays.
us, yeah.
So you're
I'm
going-
PNG.
I'm going to go PNG as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say PNG.
I'll go PNG.
Just
yeah.
because they put up a great fight
Probably,
against
yeah, I'll go,
the Kangaroos, man.
Okay,
But yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
now we're going to move on to some touchline takes, a new segment in a way. We've got people on our Instagram to send us their takes, some bold prediction, bold takes. Sorry, just in rugby league general. We'll have a look at them and we'll agree or disagree
Yeah.
on what they
Just give our takes on it.
Okay,
Our takes.
okay. We're starting off with a banger. Bill should have been a fullback.
Who said that?
Michael.
What did he say? What did he
Bill
say?
should have been a fullback.
I reckon I would have been like Benny Barber, man.
Okay, let's. If
I
Bill was a
agree.
rugby league player, what position would he?
Me, I
To be
think-
honest, I think fullback maybe.
Bill's
I could be great.
Bill's like
Centre.
a Brian.
I think it-
No, Bill's a Brian Toto.
Yeah.
Bill's strong and that.
Or centre like an Olam.
Yeah.
Maybe Justin Olam.
Olam, yeah. I think
Nah,
it's.
nah.
I think
Toto.
Bill's centre.
I think
Centre?
Toto.
Maybe Warbrick.
Yeah, Warbrick, really.
No, I think Toto.
What about? Okay, since we're talking about position, what about Anthony? What do you reckon? I reckon bench.
Bench. Yeah.
I think you're a bench warmer, mate. Nah, sorry, Waterboy.
Utility, you mean.
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Nah, but
All right,
Ben-
all right, Samuel. What about Samuel? What do you say, Samuel? I reckon Samuel's like a halfback.
I think second
No,
row.
Samuel's like a
Nah,
second
maybe
rower.
Lock. I'll
Nah,
say Lock.
Maybe.
Nah,
lock.
I feel like Samuel's a
Maybe
halfback.
Lock, maybe, yeah.
I think
Same
Shabel's
play
more
again,
halfback.
I'll stay-
Anthony's a
alright.
winger, I reckon.
Maybe winger, yeah. I've played
Alright,
winger.
what about
yeah.
Shabel?
Played winger.
Maybe
Shabel. I thought it was a winger.
Charbel-
winger or halfback.
Right, who's faster from you guys? You or
Me.
Sam?
I think me.
Debatable.
Probably wing.
Nah, I think
I think
reckon-
Shabel's probably
I'll
faster.
I'd
put
say he's
Charbel
good.
wing.
Yeah,
Wing.
say he's good.
Yeah, okay. That was a pretty good one from Michael. Simply NRL. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, make sure you go check it out. He does YouTube edits. So yeah, go
NRL
subscribe to his
edits and
channel.
stuff.
NRL
Yeah,
edits
yeah.
and all that. So yeah, Bulldogs 2024. Put your house on it.
Put
We
your
all
house on
know.
the Bulldogs. You
100%.
agree. You agree. I agree.
I
you
agree with that.
We all know
We
that's
all
what
agree.
the
Put
whole
your house
world
on
agrees.
I'm putting 10K on it.
Okay, this is a good one from Danny.
Oh my god.
Your best mate.
No.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This is
I
a
totally
proper.
forgot.
This is a proper
Well,
take.
what's this proper?
Jacob Preston will make his Origin debut next year. That's a good one.
I
I don't think so yet.
disagree.
I disagree.
Nah, he needs at least probably another 2 years.
Because you look at it, he's not going to get ahead of Killamatagi. He's not
Yeah,
going to. He's not going to
He
get
will
ahead of
be-
anyone.
He'll
He'll
make
be-
it, but
it
not
could
yet.
He'll
Not
be.
me.
It could happen. He'll be an Origin star soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Not
think
yet.
he's still too young in his development. Like
Maybe after
development
the-
as a player.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Maybe-
level.
He just debuted this year.
Yeah,
I know.
I think it's a look,
Maybe
good
after
shout.
the
Who-
premiership season.
You don't
But
know.
if it proves next year, then maybe they'll give him a
Yeah,
spot. No one knows.
exactly.
No, but hope to God. I want to see it. I really want to see
Maybe
it.
make
I
the
wanna
bench.
see it.
But I
too.
disagree.
Or maybe
No,
make
make bench
19.
18, 19.
Doubt it.
I doubt it,
No
but yeah,
chance.
yeah.
No chance.
No, but still, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
PJ,
PJ
your
Okada.
Okada.
I don't know how to pronounce it properly,
Yeah.
but shout out to him. Says 2000 Bulldogs grand final team would beat any other grand final team in the history of the sport. Disagree. As much as I love the Bulldogs,
Disagree.
disagree.
Disagree, bro.
we got a mad look. That team, I'd say personally best forward pack.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can beat that
Yeah.
forward pack.
Even the Penrith.
as a
Nah,
Bulldogs,
nah.
who do you reckon?
Honestly, no one's passing the Penrith team of
Nah. I think
20,
Dogs, bro.
from 2021 to
I don't
2023.
think
Will,
so.
you had Willie
I don't
Mason,
think, look, those
O'Mealy.
Panthers ones are good forwards, but they don't beat Willie Mason,
I
O'Mealy,
get it.
Sonny Bill.
Andrew
Else
Ryan,
Asasi.
Bro, they
Sonny
did not
Bill.
beat them.
You're
Ready
putting-
Matua, all
as
those.
Joey says, you're putting your Bulldogs hat on, man. Be real. Be real.
No, I'm being real. That team's not the best.
Okay, but
that team's not the best team.
Penrith is a better team in general, but
I'm saying their forward pack beats any forward pack.
Dogs forward packs beats anything.
Okay, let's see. Does this team beat the 2013 Roosters? I'm just giving an example.
2004?
The 2004 forward pack beat the 2013 forward pack.
Yes.
Of Roosters, Sonny Bill.
Yes.
Does it beat the, say, 2012 Melbourne?
Yes,
Does
absolutely.
it beat the 20? That's what I'm saying.
But I thought, but Panthers, the forward
Fisher Harris, Leota, Isaiah Yo.
They have a great team.
Man, I get it.
Then you got Dogs,
I
Willie
think
Mason,
the Dogs on a more like
Dogs are war,
vicious.
like fucking
Yes.
That is question. I disagree.
No, but he's saying as a squad, yeah?
Yeah, as a squad.
As a squad, yeah, disagree.
No team's getting past that Penrith squad.
Yeah, Penrith
Exactly.
Even prime Melbourne Storms are not getting past
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah. No, that one. All right, next one. Michael Courtbani. I think I'm saying that right. Hayes Perrin better than Dylan Edwards.
that. Anthony, what's your take on that?
Anthony,
Anthony, that's
I
your
disagree.
question.
Well,
Why?
Mate, he's hopeless.
Actually,
Dylan Edwards beats him.
I agree.
Sure.
I agree.
I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
No, I agree.
We're being
Hayes Perrin is a like basically a premiership winning fullback. Like, I'm being serious, man. This bloke just knows how to play footy, passes the ball. He bloody knows how to move around defenders. Fucking,
It's not fucking
I reckon he's the best.
No, look. All jokes aside, Dylan Edwards.
Dylan Edwards.
100%.
He was so serious about it. He's joking.
He's joking,
He
just said he's being
Can he take
serious.
sarcasm?
Okay, bro, relax.
Okay, next one. Nick said Burden should be a regular for New South Wales. Agree.
Who?
Matt Burden.
Agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think agree.
Just simply because of his kicking game.
Yeah, and he can utilities. He can
He
play
can
anywhere.
play anywhere but his kicking game.
Yeah, his kicking game.
Bro,
is amazing.
the shit he was doing in that
He was playing
2022.
22.
Yeah,
22.
he was playing
sorry.
centre, but he'd be taking the kicks. Yeah, but Burden has to be
Fucking
in it.
Ponga.
Not that we're bulldogs,
Yeah,
but he's such a good player. You need to have him in Origin.
Yeah.
Also he's kicking, but for me, he can play centre.
play
He can play
anywhere.
halfback. He can even play,
He can play any
lock.
position he wants.
So
Yeah.
I think he should be 100% in the New South Wales
Yeah.
team. Julian Hanna, Jamal Idris, 2023 Rookie of the Year.
Anthony, what's your take on that? Oh, is he talking about J-Hawk?
I think he's talking about J-Hawk.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you
he's
reckon?
off. He's
J-
to
J-Hawk?
England now. He's off to
Yeah,
England.
is he still playing Angels?
Interesting.
No, he's retired.
He's retired.
He's
Probably
retired.
working now.
Yeah, but 2023 Rookie of the Year, I reckon.
It's funny because he used to go to Arsenal.
If it's saying
Yeah,
the
he
way it is,
did.
obviously disagree. But Anthony agrees.
Nah, I disagree.
Last one, Nicholas Bilarius. Oh, wait.
Hilarious.
Bilarius. Sorry, I don't know if I'm
He's butchering
pronouncing
your
this right. Critter to transition to fullback very well, and within 3 years become game's best fullback.
It could go that way. Serrato
could go the opposite
It
too.
could go the opposite.
Yeah.
Could play him centre. I don't think game's best fullback, personally. Nah, no
I
way.
don't think he'll be Gaines' fullback because it's not his position in a way.
Yeah.
But he's
But
the
he could.
He's
I
the
don't think
game's best centre, so he could become the best fullback.
But when you got Reece Walsh, Dylan Edwards, you can't be the game's best.
Not even that. You got not Tedesco, but you got Turbo
He has
Pappenhausen.
talent. So
got talent.
he could. I'm gonna disagree.
I don't
with
think
that.
he'll
I'm gonna
be.
disagree
Look,
too.
he could be a good fullback, but I don't think he'll be the best fullback.
For him as a centre, like he's good. He has good defence as well.
And I just don't
he's
see
very,
him
very
being-
good on it.
Maybe he won't be the fullback for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think that's the natural
He
position.
might not even be in the fullback position.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even
Yeah,
get it.
he might not.
We'll
even
find
be
out to the end of the year when they start their preseason. So we'll see what happens.
Last one by Joseph. He goes, I actually like Jerome Luai and Reece Walsh. So he's saying Jerome Luai and Reece Walsh are actually likeable.
Nah. Sorry, mate. I'm going to
Jerome
disagree.
Luai and Reece Walsh.
Are likeable. Nah, sorry, man. Going to 100%.
Nah,
You can't go online and say, what did Jerome Luai say after
You
the
got
State of
work.
Road? You got work tomorrow. And not call him a grub.
And the way
Or
he-
Reece Walsh, how he says about your mum and how cocky he is.
Yeah.
You can't say these guys are good
I'm trying to
blokes.
think in my head, how am I going to, I'm trying to just
Jerome
think the
Luai, I was
positives of
watching
them
that
too.
wedding.
Hey?
His
And
wedding-
the wedding.
He acts so cool, like he
Yeah.
owns the place. His
Yeah.
glasses.
Because when you
acting
mentioned
cool.
that, I was trying to think of a positive of both plays, but I can't think of one.
Yes, he helped that. The one that had the helicopter crash. That kid-
Nicholas. Yeah,
that
Nicholas
was a good
Tadros.
man.
That
Yeah.
was good.
That was
Like,
good,
look,
man.
there's always that someone has the heart, of
Yeah.
course, to
Yeah.
do all these things. But on the field, what he does, you can't like him on the field.
Yeah.
Of course.
No,
Yeah.
Off the field, like, he's very
even off
likable.
the-
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, like
off
I'm
the
saying
field
when
is
he
a
helps
grub. He's a grub on the field and off the field. That's his personality. John Law.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying off the field, he's probably a family bloke as well.
Yeah,
he has kids too.
All right, anyone can be a family bloke and be a shit bloke. The bloke, that's why with the rumors with him coming to Bulldogs, I didn't want him at all.
Yeah,
simply
no
because
one
of his
wanted
personality. I'm not going to get behind a bloke that says you got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
when we hate work.
Like, he cares about himself. He's not a team player.
It could be for show. It could be trying to play in the villain role.
Yeah.
But like
Or
to
just
say
playing
that
in his head.
How about Reece Walsh? Well, what are you going to say about Reece Walsh?
Look, Reece Walsh is different to Luai. I think Reece Walsh can be likeable.
Yeah, I think one day
Why?
he can.
Why?
I think
But
once
Luai,
he-
I don't think
when he's
Luai's-
25.
Yeah, he might mature. Like now he's in a stage where he's 20. He's just enjoying his time footy. I think it will come to some. Maybe he can become likeable. Maybe I'm saying.
Doubt it.
But
I disagree with both.
Doubt it.
But
I
Luai,
disagree.
man,
Yeah, I
already
disagree.
Luai, he's like 24 now, 20, roughly
Yeah,
24.
about
so-
25.
And he acts like he runs the place.
Yeah,
so
I
like,
mean, they're both grubs at the end of the day.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
But,
But yeah, I think that's a wrapper for Touchline Takes. Moving on to now some Wrestle Talk. Big news. Edge has he's
Landed
left.
there.
We've known he's left WWE for a while.
Yeah.
But the biggest curveball is he's went to AEW now. So is this the right move for him? As a WWE legend, is that what he's doing now at AEW? Is it the right thing he should be doing,
Yeah.
or he should have just?
Yeah.
I think it's the right move. Look, he's accomplished everything in WWE with championships and
Everything.
main events and all that stuff.
WrestleMania.
But for his movement, I think it was a very rightful movement to go to
New
AEW.
challenge.
New challenge, because he hasn't versed like new wrestlers, like, Kenny Omega, who was these? MJF,
And he's linked up
Adam
with,
Cole.
he's with Christian now.
Christian, not yet. They haven't.
No, just say that.
No,
So-
I saw the segment. Yeah,
So-
I saw
yeah,
it.
he was with
He was
you.
trying to hug him. He was
Yeah.
trying to hug Christian Cage to get back together as a unit, like how they started from the
Like
beginning.
tag
In WWF. But then
What
he
did he
told
say?
him, he said, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then he
They
walked
don't
away.
beep it.
But
They
you know
don't
what
beep
he
it
said?
out, do they?
Yeah, they did on
No,
YouTube.
but they could swear
On Instagram, it wasn't beeped out.
I wasn't beeped
Nah,
out.
but they can swear on the live television now.
His reasoning behind coming to AEW, I don't know if this is a work, but
is
it
that?
might not be a work.
Not official, you mean?
If you watch the promo, he was telling his daughters what should he do? Retire? He's
Or-
like, that was on
yeah,
the cards.
I saw
or
that.
moved. They called him Uncle Jay because that's his
Yeah.
nickname, Christian Cage.
So it's like one option,
So
yeah.
he's telling his daughters that, and his daughters is like,
Yeah.
you should go back to AEW and team up with Uncle Jay for the last time. And that's what he did. That's his motives coming in. And it's great to see him in a new promotion.
Yeah,
As
it
you
is
said,
good.
he's done it all in WWE.
Yeah.
Nothing left to do there. It's great to see a breath of fresh air. Now goes by Adam Copeland.
Doesn't
over
it-
there.
yeah, so his
and
real
he's still
name.
under the radar superstar because
Doesn't it feel weird, but
it is.
Yeah, it is.
It felt
Does
weird.
it
At least he still has. He does this and he has the theme song
'Cause
still.
For me,
Yeah.
I was
and it's weird that he's not Edge.
Yeah, I know.
I was talking to my cousin about this. I feel, in a way, it's a new chapter. Like, he's changing it up a bit. He's been at WWE for so long, but I
Yeah.
feel, in a way, he's betrayed WWE a bit.
A little bit, yeah. Maybe
Because
a bit.
for me, yes, again, it's a new chapter of his career, but I'm thinking maybe Triple H and Mr. McMahon, they're not happy because this is going to just promote their AEW to another level. Because, again,
Yeah.
they've already got Edge. That's a big superstar.
But I
from
think they left
WWE.
each other mutually.
Mutual.
Yeah.
It's a mutual.
Mutual, but what I'm saying is that
But maybe
as
they
a
didn't
superstar,
know,
because
yeah.
I don't see John Cena doing that, going to AEW.
Nah.
Just for a friend of that.
I
I,
feel
don't
like-
see Randy Orton
I feel
doing
like
that.
he must have explained his motives. As I said, he wanted to move because
He probably
Christian-
spoke to him.
If Christian was in WWE, I think he would have stayed at WWE.
Yeah, but he was
yeah.
on and
He
off.
probably
at that
did.
time
Look,
in
he probably
WWE.
spoke to him. Like, it's different if he
Yeah.
left. Like, they made a mutual agreement. Yeah, I'm done with WWE.
Yeah.
But he probably did speak to him, saying, "Look, before I do this, I want to speak to you because, of course, he's done so much
Yeah,
for the business." But if he didn't tell him and just went to AEW, then the story changes. Then it's a bit wrong what he did.
Yeah.
But I think he's probably informed them that he's
Exactly.
making that
But Christian went on and off in WWE because he went to TNA, he went to now AEW,
He was in
ECW as well.
NXT he was once.
No, he wasn't in NXT.
okay.
No, it wasn't. No,
No,
I
he
think it
wasn't.
was.
It was only
Oh,
in TNA.
ECW he was.
ECW and TNA.
Yeah.
That's all he accomplished
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
That's why he was on and off television. But Edge stayed the whole time to
WWE.
2011.
As I said, he wanted to move because Christian's at AEW.
Yeah.
But if it was in TNA, Impact Wrestling, or if he was
Yeah.
at WWE, he was going to go wherever he was. He wants to team
Exactly.
up with him. Well, I reckon this is Edge's last stint.
Probably right.
Wrestling. He's
Because
not going
he
back to
even said it
WWE.
too. He said that after when he retired, he didn't wrestle for how long? 8-9 years.
So AEW
It
can't
took him
use
a
the
long
Edge
time.
name because
No.
WWE.
So because it's trademark, but they can use Rated R Superstar because WWE are stupid.
Yeah.
They didn't the trademark expired back in 2020.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
so
right.
he's a rated
Yeah.
R superstar, Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, yeah.
So that's his real name
So
too.
Yeah.
Edge joins AEW. Now there's rumors that a former AEW superstar, CM Punk, is set to make a return at Survivor Series.
Look, we spoke about this a few weeks ago, but now it's like
It's getting
heavily
like
linked.
it's
getting closer.
I was reading an article today actually. It's like very close. I think they're like in like
the talks are going.
look,
Talks are
I'm
well.
happy big
for CM Punk.
negotiations.
Yeah, I'm happy
But
for
the
him.
only concern is the character he is.
That's
off the scenes, behind the scenes.
Exactly.
That's what they're very hesitant on.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth, boys. I've been watching AEW every week. Like,
you watch
on
it?
YouTube? Like, always
don't
watching
care.
it. Always the clips and that. Bro, it's just that he's not himself. He's not really that himself. He was the AEW World Champion. He versed Dean Ambrose, John Moxley.
Yeah.
He lost the title within 2 minutes in the freaking fight.
2 minutes?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
John Moxley built the crap out of him. Defeated him.
It's scripted, Anthony.
Yeah, I know it's all scripted.
But like, it's part of the. But yeah,
It's all part of the
I know what you mean.
storyline. I understand. But my point is, look, I'm happy for CM Punk to come back to WWE. But the thing is, how long is he going to last?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That's a big
We
question
said-
mark.
that's
How long
true.
is
We
he
said
gonna
this
last?
before, but yeah, exactly. How long is he going to last? But when you
No
got
one knows.
superstars like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns that personally don't even like him, have said publicly.
How's that gonna go well?
I know Seth Rollins has said publicly he doesn't like him.
Yeah.
How's he going to go? How's he going to go backstage? How's he going to go backstage with the rest
They're
of the
gonna
team?
just
And
have problems.
You know, the new talent now, they're all used to each other. But when CM Punk
Look,
comes
this-
in,
He's got issues.
This,
He brings issues.
this homecoming reminds me of the Ronaldo to Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all thought, oh yes, look who's back, but it didn't turn out the way we wanted
Yeah,
to. And I
yeah.
think it's what's it called? They're doing it in a way that's going to get the fans so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, like in reality, it's not going to go well.
WWE is
Exactly.
going to do anything that's going to help their business get better. And CM Punk is the perfect example of their business going to another level because, again, they brought Cena, they've got Rock back, they've got Roman Reigns, the best wrestler
Now
right now.
Carlito returned as well.
Carlito's back
Yeah.
in there.
Fastlane.
Rey
We're all gonna
Mysterio
get
is
to that
still
point.
there. So everything in WWE is going well. And adding CM Punk is a perfect addition. And I think it's going to go well.
All right, but quick question, boys. How long do you think CM Punk is going to stay in WWE?
2 years, I think.
I'm going to say 6
I'll
months.
say, yeah.
1 year.
One
Maybe
year.
till Mania,
I'm saying
that's
1
it.
year.
1 year.
I said
1
2
year
years.
only if there's problems. But
Yeah.
if not, if it goes smooth, he could stay for
How
a
long
while.
was he at AEW? 2 years?
No, about a year
3
and a half.
years.
No, about a year and a half.
because
2021,
when did we?
wasn't it?
2021. So 2 years. Yeah.
2 years.
2 years.
Oh, so he
lasted,
lost
yeah.
less in WWE.
Why do you
But
think,
then he was in UFC just for one time against that fight.
why do you
and
think
he lost.
he's always having problems with people?
I
don't know, man.
He
He's
doesn't
probably
get
got
what
a
he
big-
wants. When he doesn't. He
Yeah,
doesn't
he has
like
a
when
That's
he
why he
does-
left WWE at the start. Yeah. So,
Bro, you know, back in WWE.
so what? He's going to probably be coming wanting that.
wanted in a match with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
But back in the days, bro, he was having the best time of his
Yeah,
life.
he was so good.
He was
man.
so
when he was
good,
the
man.
WWE champion.
Yeah.
When he defeated Zack Ryder, Daniel
And
Bryan.
he held it for 365
what did he-
days.
365
with Paul
days.
Heyman on his side.
And look at now, Roman Reigns beat his record now
Yeah.
too.
Posted
of all time.
something on social media, CM Punk, hinting at his return.
Yeah, he did. He did.
What did he post?
He said
exactly?
I'm on a 2 month break or something. He said I've got two.
Oh yeah,
2
because
months.
after his issue in AEW, that's why they.
No, it was about 2 months break.
They got rid of him, and now he's probably coming back. But in Survivor Series, they're saying that it's going to be in his hometown. But
Chicago.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why
It could happen.
I think it's like 60%, 40% no. I think it's more going to happen than not going to
So
happen.
I'm going to say 50-50.
But
50 yes, 50 no.
Everyone's going to
like
be
you
watching.
think about
I'm watching
But
that.
is he
See?
gunning for the world title?
But
That's the problem.
What do you reckon? Is he going to come back with his original gimmick or the recent one?
He'll come out
Recent.
as best in the world gimmick.
I reckon he'll come in the best in the
Like
world.
the-
Sure.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back with his old one.
But if he's coming back, he needs to go for a world title.
He has
He's
to.
saying that he
Of
wants
course,
the best
look,
Rollins.
Cody Rhodes came wanting the belt. Look
Yeah.
what happened. He didn't get it.
Nah, look,
So
he-
there's
yeah.
a big chance CM Punk's going to come not even
I
get
think
that.
CM
so-
Punk will straight away go to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
I
Cody
think that'll be-
Rhodes
yeah,
still
world
haven't finished the
Yeah, for the
story
world
yet.
heavyweight.
I don't know. I'm going to get to the point where
Well, you know what? Let's talk about Fastlane now.
Fastlane. All right, I'll write
Cody
it down.
Rhodes and Jey Uso, first of all, won the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Is that a shock in a way? Do you like
I don't
that?
like
I
that.
actually watched it yesterday. It was a
don't
big
like
shock.
Someone's like, he finished the wrong story.
Look,
Someone's like on TikTok, he finished the wrong story.
yeah, they actually said that.
No, it's
like
a
as a
funny
joke,
thing.
yeah.
As a joke, as a joke.
He's finishing the story about winning the world heavyweight
Yeah,
championship.
yeah.
It's so dumb. Like, who would have thought Jay and Cody Rhodes will be together? It does not match.
It's-
Nah, it doesn't
I
matter.
think it's just for
short term. Short term.
Yeah.
It's going to be short term.
But that quick, like winning that titles.
It'll be so quick. It's going
Yeah.
to be like until the next main event, they'll lose.
Damian
it.
Priest
No
was
way
gonna
they're
cash in.
saying.
He was going to cash
Yeah,
in.
but he was injured. But then Rhea was like,
They
"Nah,
lost.
don't cash it in. The time's not right. You have to wait till the perfect time,
Judgment
and then
Day's
you'll do it."
falling apart a bit slowly. They're still solid.
It looks like there's glimpses. There's like a
Getting
spoiler
better.
alert that probably Damien Priest is going to leave.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to
And that guy
babyface.
Who's the other
replacing-
guy? What's his name?
The other one that looks
Oh,
like
JD McDonough.
Yeah.
He's actually become the member. So.
He is.
He will be.
But yeah, like Cody Rhodes, Jay winning.
Even Cena.
I think it's a bit odd that they've put them together. They didn't
Yeah.
like. I think in a way they've done it because they didn't like each other at the start.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they've united.
But
They've
still,
got
it
the
doesn't
belt.
make sense for them to be a tag team partners. I don't like it at
They're
all.
probably getting at something.
They're
We
probably
don't know,
getting
maybe
out of
storyline.
something, but I don't know.
So
if
maybe Jimmy's going to get involved
Yeah.
now. Why look, you won it? Like something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it's not that because Sami Zayn was saying last week that whoever wins in Fastlane, we're still going to capture the tag
Sami
team.
and
yeah.
Kevin.
So Sami and Kevin, they want to get their titles back.
Yeah.
So maybe
They'll
they're not
come
going to
out.
last for a month. Cody and Jay for sure. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're going to recapture their undisputed.
Yeah, go.
But Triple H was saying that they're going to change the titles. To World Tag Team, and
yeah, I remember
they
talking
have to
about
do
this.
You
that.
said that before.
But hopefully it happens. We're waiting for that moment
Yeah.
to happen.
What about Seth Rollins' match? That was crazy.
That
Yeah.
was good. Shinsuke.
Yeah.
That was good.
They said that was the
Spit
best
the
main
blood.
event in Fastlane history.
It's crazy.
Did you
that
see when
went-
he spit the Shinsuke? He spit
Yeah, I
him.
saw that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Bro, and then,
hate Shinsuke.
yeah, but Shinsuke was breaking Rollins back.
He
like
suits that
hard.
role, Shinsuke.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't like him being good. He's supposed to be like that bad wrestler.
But now he's a
Everyone
bad heel,
hates.
like he's
Yeah,
a
he's
super
good
bad,
at- he's
a
good at
super
heel.
bad
He's good
villain.
at
Yeah.
heel. Yeah.
What do you think of the John Cena match, the tag team match? Because John Cena went on the post-fight press
Yeah.
conference that they do now after the pay-per-views, and he's saying at 45 years old, he doesn't feel like he's at his best anymore. Like there's a few things he's got to tweak. You think it was a bad or good performance he had
I
at
think it was
45
pretty
years of age?
decent.
I think it was probably
I
decent.
saw the highlights too
Yeah.
again.
but he was getting hurt a
Felt
lot.
well. He felt
He
well.
fought well. Like
Yeah,
there
he
were a few
did.
comments saying, bro, John Cena's 45. Look how he's still doing.
Yeah.
So the fans were happy with
Yeah.
what he was doing, bro.
But
Yeah.
again, Cena as a wrestler, he knows how good he was before,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
he
that's
knows
fine.
where
of
he
course,
needs to
he's not
improve
going to
on.
be up there. So
'Cause he's old,
in a
he's
way,
gonna
he's
go.
probably upset that he can't reach to where he
I
was.
feel like he put up
I
a
think
good
it was pretty
performance.
good.
Like,
I think
it was
he
a
did.
nice
I
job.
think he did.
Because he doesn't. He says he always said even on the interviews like he doesn't want to disrespect the WWE universe by
just-
giving him a bad product.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
So like, but he's not disrespecting us
No,
at all.
bro.
Solid performance he had at 45.
I'll give it like a good 8, bro. He's
Good 8
he
out of
played
10.
good, bro. He's
Yeah.
done
Like
very
I
good.
feel him and LA Knight do make a good team.
Yeah.
I
They
actually,
do, yeah.
And you forget LA Knight's 40 years old, you know.
Yeah,
he's still young.
Yeah,
I don't even
He's only
think.
5
He's still
years.
got potential,
John
bro.
Cena, if he stayed in it for longer, he'd be like,
Yeah.
he could
Plus,
pull back because
because
he's just
he's been
back in
out of the
that's why
wrestling
it's affected
business for a while.
That's Carlito returned.
Yeah, so LWO and Rey Mysterio and Santos, they defeated Lashley and Street Profits.
But you know,
I knew it was planned. It's all storyline.
Yeah.
I know that. But I knew Carlito was returning. I saw all the rumors on Instagram.
I didn't know the rumors.
They're saying that he's
But
going to
he
return.
returned
Did he already return?
Yeah, but then he did.
Yeah, but because Rey Mysterio said on SmackDown after when they lost, him and Santos, he's saying, I've got to make a few phone calls. So when they said they got to make a few phone calls, I knew Carlito was returning. So it was guaranteed.
returned a few months ago in
Yeah.
one of the main
Wasn't
events.
it
Backlash.
was it
Yeah.
Backlash?
Yeah, that was at Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone thought, he's back. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I
You
thought he
reckon-
was returned for
Surely
guarantee.
now he's back.
But now he's full-time now. He's actually full-time.
finally,
Did
but
he sign?
Yeah, he is signed.
signed? Okay.
But we got to talk about the girls. Io Sky, she retained the title.
that was a good match.
But that was the best fight I've ever seen. They went all out.
Yeah. The
Asuka was close to win. Charlo was going to
The
win.
girls have good matches, man.
No, they do,
They
but-
put up a fight.
Rhea Ripley in that storyline with Rodriguez
Yeah.
and Nia Jax.
Nia
So,
Jax is
yeah,
next with
they've
her.
got a good storyline. But finally, let's talk about Gunther.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
still retains his title on Monday Night Raw. Look, you look at Chad Gable was the closest on winning it. He struggled.
Yeah.
You look at is it Ciampa?
Yeah.
Ciampa, yeah, Ciampa.
Ciampa, he had a very good match on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
He struggled.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna dethrone
Do you think
Gunther? Is there a
Gunther?
potential? Personally, I think Big E will return and beat him.
I forgot about Big E.
I think Big
Yeah,
E
we
will
all
return
forgot
and-
about it.
I think because you look New Day, three of the
members, yeah.
and
Yeah, 'cause
Like Taafe, Xavier, and
Yeah, I think everyone's tried and failed.
I
And
think Big E's the
someone's
next one.
coming. I think someone's got to come back to win it.
Yeah.
Big E's a good shout.
Big E's the next one. I'm telling
He's
you.
been
I don't know
out for a
who.
while,
I
'cause
don't know
when he
who's
injured his
gonna.
neck.
I don't know who's gonna chase that
I
IC
think Chad
title.
Gable's done with it.
No,
Yeah.
but Chad Gable still wants to go
He
for
still
it.
get
wants to go
another
for it, of course.
He can beat him. I know he can.
has to beat
But
him.
it's just very hard because Gunther's dominating.
Man. He's a
too
good wrestler,
bro.
but he's a very good
Exactly.
wrestler.
But the problem is with Imperium, they're always distracting. That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you're going to have an IC title, you can't have no people on your corner.
That's what you need. I'm telling you, Big E with the New Day, perfect storyline, perfect match. Big E will get
But they're in the middle
win.
of the storyline with Viking Raiders now. That's the
Oh,
problem.
Viking Raiders, yeah,
so
true.
Really.
So they can't do much. But I don't know who should go for the
I
IC.
think Chad Gable will be a good person to win it.
I don't know.
He
I don't
deserves
think
it.
he'll win it, but I don't
I know,
think
but he
he'll win it.
deserves it. He puts a lot of
Look,
work into.
He does.
Look, I heard rumors saying that Carmelo Hayes, Bron Breakker, they're coming to Raw.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a tough to see. I would love to see Ricochet win against Gunther.
Yeah,
He hasn't.
What about
Ricochet's
Ricochet?
good, yeah.
Ricochet? I would love to see him get back to the title
He's
picture.
just injured a bit now, I think.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah,
Quicker.
he actually is.
I know it's out of topic. What happened to Braun Strowman now?
No, he's actually
Is
returning
he
now.
injured?
Yeah,
No,
I was
he's
gonna
still
say he's
injured. No, he's returning. He's returning
returning?
soon
What
after
about
his
him?
injury.
'Cause I'm saying
but he
Bray-
was at the appearance at Bray Wyatt's.
He's another scene.
Oh,
tribute
he
for
was
me.
there. He was
Yeah,
there.
him and Eric Rowan.
Yeah. So he's probably just injured a bit.
I hope he comes back.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a special return to get him.
I actually love Braun Strowman, bro. He's a machine, man.
He's good. Maybe he could win it.
Nah, he wants the actual world heavyweight title or
So
the
sets
WWE
one. Oh,
title.
yeah.
But I see title. I don't know. It's a tough decision.
It's tough. It could go either way.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think that's a wrap up for Wrestle Talk. We'll move on to now some fight talk.
All right, Anthony. Time for some fight talk. It's
Yep.
been a week. Canelo
actually.
versus Charlo. We didn't recap it when it happened last week because we missed a week for the pod. But that happened. It went exactly the way I thought. I think I said Canelo around 11 TKO, but I ended up going to the distance. But Canelo, man, he just put on a clinic. He kept pressing Jamel Charlo. He just kept him on the back foot. Jamel Charlo, that whole fight, was running around the ring, doing nothing, throwing nothing. Even Canelo wasn't throwing anything really. I thought it was a pretty boring fight.
So what? It was sort of like a boring fight.
It was a boring fight. It was a boring fight.
Of course.
But Canelo did drop Charlo in round 7 with an overhand right, I think it was. It dropped him. But yeah, not a lot of punches were thrown in that fight. It was a very, very boring fight. Like, it was the way they hyped it up, as in, like, there was no hype for this fight, so the fight was boring.
Yeah.
But, like, I was questioning the last time, is Canelo still in his prime? Does he still have what it takes?
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't see it in this fight because Jamel Charlo didn't really test him, didn't take him to troubled waters. So we couldn't really tell if he's still in his prime, if he still has the cardio, if he still has what a top elite level fighter is supposed to have.
Yeah.
But we'll see that in his next fights that are coming up, hopefully.
Yeah.
But that was that. Canelo versus Charlo. Thought I'd recap it a bit.
Yeah.
Also, Anthony, moving on. UFC Fight Night, Dawson versus Green.
Yeah.
Happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's go through it. Let's recap it.
Yep.
So the first fight, Alexander Hernandez versus Bill Algeo in the featherweight division. What was your thoughts about that fight?
Bro, Bill Alego had very, very good kicks, man. He was controlling the whole fight. He was edging like Hernandez in the first before sitting him down like in the second with the beautiful left hand.
Yeah.
So like he was maintaining the whole fight, man. And he got Hernandez got poked in the eye round 2.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Knuckle, was it?
Yeah,
I think it was
his
this
hand
part,
and
this
his
part of the
finger
knuckle.
was in the.
That wasn't his finger.
Yeah, it was.
It was his nut. He went through the punch. I think
Nah,
this
it
part
can't
of the
be.
knuckle.
Nah, they said.
I think it was this or something. They said it was a knuckle, one of the thumb knuckle or whatever it was.
I don't know.
But
But he did got poked like very hard, but they stopped it for like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Nah, that's all right. That's AJ Styles. But what's the name? Alego controlled the fight very, very well.
Yeah.
So he's won 4 out of the last 5, including a victory over Joe Canison Brito before. But Hernandez has lost 2 fights in the featherweight division. Started at 3rd loss in the 4th fight. So 3 out of 4 fights he's lost. So he's got a bad record.
But Hernandez he was coming back like after that second round was coming more on that front foot, more aggressive coming.
Yeah, he did.
Coming against Bill. But I feel like what won Bill the fight was his unorthodox way of fighting.
Yeah.
Even the commentators were saying he'd switch stances. He couldn't really figure him out, Hernandez.
And even reaching as well.
The way his hands were low, he's just
Yeah.
throwing those punches. It's very hard to. That's why we'll get to it with KSI.
Yeah.
His way of fighting is just like how Bill Algeo is fighting.
That's
As
right.
in hands down, just switching those stances. You can't figure out a fighter that way.
Exactly.
It's very hard for an opponent to win a fight that way.
But when you're talking about Bill Alego, he's like controlling the whole fight, and,
Yeah.
and he had more possession
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the octagon as well. He knows what he was
But
doing.
bro, Hernandez, and when I was saying he's coming on that
Yeah.
front foot, he was throwing blows that Algeo took it on the chin, and he still stood up, didn't get knocked down.
Exactly.
I think I got knocked down
The guy's
once. I
very
think it
tough.
was.
Yeah.
With the left hand, Hernandez caught Algeo. But look, very good performance by Algeo. Wins the unanimous decision win.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next fight, Drew Dober versus Rick Glenn in the lightweight division.
Yeah.
Rick Glenn, they called him the Gladiator. This bloke's known for his fight of the night performances. He just dominates his opponents.
Yeah.
I don't know what the stat was, but this bloke has it. He owns the title, the Gladiator.
Yeah.
But look, he knocks bloody Drew Dober came for his head. He came for that first round knockout. Mate, no one saw that coming. No one saw that coming, man.
Exactly.
And not only that, so Drew Dober passes Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I know.
To have the most knockouts in UFC history.
That's crazy.
In the lightweight history.
Well, speaking of that, bro, he got back in the win column because I think he lost a few fights. Yeah. But he blasted him in the opening round, but he had a beautiful strike. He maintained the whole fight the whole time in the position. Yeah. But Dober has now 4 to 5 wins, and they're saying that he should be back in the top 15 in the lightweight division.
I think, is he ranked now? I think
now he's ranked in the top 15.
Because he beat top 10.
No, he's in the top 15 now.
Yeah, righto.
So he's won 4 to 5 wins.
He was ready for this fight, man.
Yeah, he was actually pumped for it.
Did you hear
I saw it and it was crazy.
Did you hear the story? It's a sidetrack. I saw in one of the promos. So he has a new daughter or whatever. He named it Sonya. I think it was Sonya or a character from Mortal Kombat. But you know Mortal Kombat, the game. Yeah. He didn't tell his wife he named her after a character from there. It was a funny story. I'm like, I'm gonna do that with my kid. Name my kid Connor if it's a boy, and not tell my wife that it's named after the great Conor McGregor.
Oh god, that is crazy. Man.
but yeah, that dominant performance by him. Oh, wow. Great performance.
We got the next one. We got Joaquin Buckley wins against Joaquin Buckley wins against Alex Morono by unanimous decision.
Joaquin Anthony.
Joaquin
Buckley versus Alex Morono in the welterweight division. What are your opinions about that fight?
Well, Buckley's powered, bro. He has that superior physicality. He gave him the edge in the impact.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how to say it, bro.
He was just dominant.
He was just powerful, bro. He's got a good physique.
See his takedown?
Yeah.
See his takedowns, bro?
So when he was building,
just fucking spine busters, mate.
Yeah, he was dominating him on the floor and he was just building the crap out of him.
From the opening seconds, mate, he went for that takedown.
He just went for it straight away.
Bro, and he dominated, bro. He dominated Alex Morono.
And not just that, he busted Morono in the early final round. Yeah. At the last round, third round. He busted him hard. He chased him down with the finish. And he had heavy shots, distancing himself, and he had more and more from the stretch. But then they're saying that he should be back in the 15 position, like top 15 in welterweight division. They're all saying these type of young talent, they're edging for the top 10, but they're starting now to develop and getting better and better every single fight. But because I know they're in the Apex, in the at Las Vegas. But when they get to the main event phase,
did you see how? Did you see the post fight where he wanted to bring the dogs in the ring?
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I don't know. So that was the next fight. But man, he fucking dominated this guy, man. But next fight, Joe Pyfer versus Abdul Razak Al Hassan in the middleweight division.
I'm triangle choke in 2 minutes and 5 seconds round 2.
Yeah, Joe Pyfer, man.
You know what he did? He ran straight into him. He was trying to go for the arm triangle, but it didn't work out. So he found his way back into it. But then in the second round, he was trying to put Al Hassan to sleep. Yeah. But then he choked him as soon as he slammed the veteran into the canvas and then squeezed him out. So he tapped him out and that's it. Al Hassan is a veteran, but he couldn't handle it. So he got belted by
he mauled him. He mauled him. I see something in this Pyfer guy, man.
He's dangerous, bro. He's American
dangerous, man. He's dangerous.
A crazy bloke.
He's coming off a 4-fight win streak.
Wow.
Dominated Al Hassan, man. Bro, you can just tell when someone has it. Pyfer has it, man. He has what it is to be on the elite level of fighters. Bro, just crazy stuff. Even his speed, the way he timed his shots was crazy too. In that
and his pace as well.
He put it on.
He maintained the whole rounds, and he was just dominant, man. He was so good.
No, but I think it put him in. This is the fight that put him in the top 10.
Yeah,
this is the fight that put him in the top 10 of the welterweights, and he deserves it, man.
Of course. But we got to talk about this main event time, man. Bobby Green. What the fuck did I just saw in my own eyes? 33 seconds. Right, he just clipped him. Yeah, he clipped him and cleaned him that hard. Bro, he closed him out in the he closed out the show with the stoppage win. Yeah, bro, Green just gave him that left punch and put him into the canvas.
Dawson's coming off I think it was a 6-fight winning streak.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. But he just 33 seconds. 33 seconds.
Bobby Green mauled him.
Thought, man? Who would have thought?
He mauled Dawson, bro.
His last fight was the Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson, yeah. Bro, Bobby Green, bro. I think this bloke.
That's 11 first round finishes for him.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
bro, this bloke. I don't know. Everyone's been saying rumors that he might go for a title very, very soon.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe next year it could happen.
Yeah, so now he's in rank 10 in the lightweight division. So
yeah, but he still needs a long way to go. But he needs to. I think he needs about 4 or 5 fights to win to get the title fight.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
he's dangerous right now.
Yeah, he's a dangerous man. But I don't see him winning a title or anything, man.
He'll probably buckle.
I feel like he would. He's the bloke that tried to get the dogs in the ring. Bobby Green.
Yeah, Bobby Green. That's him.
He's like, can I get the dogs in the ring? And then Cormier's like, you can't get him in the ring, man. You can't. Just relax. It was a funny moment. But yeah, that was it for the UFC Fight Night. Moving on. This basically blends in with the rugby league. So Battle on the Reef happened.
I missed that out on the weekend. I think it was on the weekend, wasn't it?
This was Saturday, I think it was, or something like that. So let's go through the results quickly. So you had Austin Akuso defeated Philemoni Nalvia Jr. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah.
Round 1 knockout. So this is Paul Akuso's brother. I think brother or cousin. Dominated him, man. Jermaine Pengai, brother of Tavita Pengai, defeated Napote Dawadoa. Round 1 TKO.
Oh, wow. Nielsen.
So the corner called it off in that fight. I think of this fight, that's Tavita's brother, Jermaine.
Oh, wow.
So the corner called it off. I think it was in round 1. Justin Hodges defeated Matt Cooper. Unanimous decision. Yeah. Moving on. Junior Paulo defeated Ben Hannett. TKO, he fucked, bro.
Paulo's dangerous.
I
love Junior Paulo.
No, Paulo fucked him up, man.
Paulo's dangerous.
It's crazy how the ref didn't stop this earlier because he was knocking him down and he kept getting up Ben Hannett. That's that true warrior in Ben Hannett, man. Yeah. But I reckon this fight should have stopped way earlier. But yeah, Junior Paulo gets the TKO win there. Nelson I can never say his name.
Nelson Asofa
Solomona defeated Jared Wallace, round 3 TKO.
So it was a tough fight then.
It was a great fight. He fucking uppercut, bro. He's waiting him out, bang.
Bang, bang.
I think he knocked his teeth out of his mouth guard. Bro, one of the greatest knockouts I've ever seen.
Do you think Nielsen should be like in the boxing division?
He's gonna fix his way of fighting.
Yeah,
he's not the best fighter.
Yeah.
But you watch that uppercut, oh my God.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous, man. Dangerous. He's a bloke, man. He's a bloke not to bro. He's just, if you see the way he winds it up, boof, his head knocks back. Like I think it was his teeth. I don't know what it was.
It could be his teeth.
His mouth. I think it was his mouth guard that broke.
For sure.
Bro, like Tavita Pengai Jr. defeated Frank Amado, majority decision.
So
what a fight.
Close fight.
This was I think fight of the night, man.
That's good.
Everyone was questioning, does Tavita Pengai have it? I don't know if I can answer this question for sure, but I can say he has heart. The kid has heart, man. Bro, they were just trading blows left, right, and center. I think he wants to run it back to Vita. But speaking of, you know what? Let's get to it after. Let's get through this card. Right. We'll speak up Pengai what he said about the coaches or whatever. We should have talked about it in league talk, but we'll mention it.
We'll mention it now.
But moving on, Regan Campbell-Gillard defeated Jason Tamalalo versus in a split decision win.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That was another great fight, man. That was another great fight. So it's 29-28 for two judges, and then 28-29 for Regan Campbell-Gillard. Yeah, so and in the main event, Paul Akuso defeated Gabriel Omar Diaz via majority decision. Another great fight. Yep. Great card, man. I'm going to raise two questions. So I'm going to talk about Tavita Pengai first.
Okay.
So what he said on, I don't know which radio show it was, but he was talking about how he doesn't have to listen no more to coaches or halfbacks telling him what to do. What are your opinions about him talking shit basically about like rugby league and as in like not having to listen to authority anymore? What's your opinions on that, Anthony?
I think that's a wrong decision, bro. Like talking things like that, it's inappropriate, man. Like, what would you say that after you're quitting rugby league and you're coming to the best club? I don't want to mention it, like we all know who. But you come into a best club and now you want to trash talk back?
Nah, but 100%. Like what? My thing is, if he's talking shit about this now, like why join rugby league? I get your parents forced it. Why join in the first place?
That's a big question.
In boxing terms, you're still listening to authority. You're still listening to your coach. Your main job is to listen to what your coach says, what works for you, what doesn't work for you.
Exactly.
And they're basically telling you what to do. Your trainers are telling you what to do.
Exactly.
So he's contradicting himself in a way, this guy.
Yeah.
He's saying things where it applies in boxing too. So I didn't get what he's talking out of his ass.
Right.
He also said another thing about, what was he saying? I think he was talking about, what was it exactly? It was talking shit about, it wasn't about, I said something else. I'll get to it. But fuck, what was it? Now I want to know. I was going to bring it up.
You must have forgotten.
He said something. Pengai said, "I'm not a lost of boys. Boys, you know what is it? What is the Pengai say? He said something about rugby league players. So
what did he say?
Tavita also said how before the fight, only 2 players and the coach hit him up about giving him best wishes about the fight or whatever, and he was raving about that, how there's no loyalty, there's disrespect or whatever, something along the lines of that. Is again talking rubbish about his former club, former players, saying they're not backing him. What are your opinions on that, Anthony? That's another bullshit thing he said.
I think that's frustrating, bro. I don't know. It's just so dumb.
Yeah.
Saying things like that is just so selfish and childish, man.
But you know what is selfish? This is the reason why I think these players are not reaching out to him. The bloke just left his club, promised something that he didn't deliver on, and just left the club.
He just
like
left
that.
out of the blue.
And at the end of the day, he said, "Oh, my parents forced me." Like, why don't you say that from the start? Not play league. Take up an origin sport where someone else could have gone to that.
Exactly, but that's the first time hearing like things like that. People saying things like that makes no sense.
I'm with the players that didn't hit him
if
up.
I was in his position, I would never say anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll be happy that I'm in the best club. I'm in the best system. They're looking after me. They're looking after my family. That's what family's all about.
He should be grateful.
He should be grateful
Not
and
worried about
thankful
who hits
for
him
that.
up.
He should be grateful for that position, you know.
I don't know.
But leaving the club and leaving everything behind, and now he wants to trash talk behind back.
Nah, he's talking a lot of rubbish, man. Best of luck to his boxing career.
Wake up, man.
But yeah, that was it for Battle on the Reef. Last thing, we're going to move on to a new segment, Touchline Tip-Off. So with this fight, I'm not going to give a full detail thing, in detail multi, because there's no multi-markers for some reason for this on Sportsbet. We're not sponsored. But this is for the Misfits card that's coming up this week. So in the co-main, we got Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis. In the main event, we got KSI versus Tommy Fury. So I'm going to give my tips and who I think is going to win these fights. So that's what the Touchline Tip-Off is going to be each and every single week.
Yep.
So let's get straight into it. So co-main event, as I said, Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis in a hyped up match. I can't wait for this match. Yeah. This should have been.
Is this on Saturday or Sunday?
This is I think Sunday here.
We gotta watch
Sunday
it.
here. We're gonna watch it. Maybe do a reaction video.
Yeah, we
Anyways, so they're facing off. So Tommy Fury is $1.31. If it's a draw, it's $14, and for KSI, it's $3. Oh, sorry, I'm going to main event. All right, let's go. Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, as I said. So Logan Paul is $1.17. For a draw, it's $17. Yeah. Dylan Dennis is $5.75.
So literally, Logan Paul's the favorite.
He's the favorite.
So
and look, I'm tipping personally Logan Paul to win. Yeah. I don't see Dylan Dennis getting past Logan Paul. The bloke's a wrestler. I love Dylan Dennis. I want him to win. As I've always said it, Dylan Dennis, I want you to win. I don't like Logan Paul, but I feel Dylan Dennis won't win. Logan Paul gets the victory just because Logan Paul's more active in the boxing scene, has fought the best ever in Floyd Mayweather. He knows how to box. I feel Dylan Dennis will have his hands low, will fight like how Ben Askren fought Jake Paul that one time, because these wrestlers, they're not great strikers, let's face it.
They're not. Absolutely not.
Logan Paul, I'm not going to say a round specifically. I'm just going to say Logan Paul to win. That's where my money's going. And in the main event, Tommy Fury versus KSI, bit controversial. I'm going to say Tommy Fury to win. Tommy Fury's $1.31.
I'm going to say the same thing too.
Tommy's $1.31 to win. For a draw, it's $14, and KSI to win is $3.90. So Tommy Fury is favourite to win.
Yeah, he won the last fight too.
Yeah,
in Saudi, it was
against Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Yeah.
I feel like another upset's going to happen.
So Tommy Fury is going to win.
I've always said it. KSI always fights with his hands low. This bloke, he has cardio, yes. He has the physique, yes.
But he doesn't have the reach in that. Doesn't have that shots.
But Tommy Fury could have a disadvantage by cutting weight because he's cutting a lot of weight for this fight. He has to, man. That could be his disadvantage. But to face Tommy Fury, he comes from the Fury family. Yeah. They know how to fight these people. a lot of people try to critique Tommy Fury, but he's a boxer at the end of the day. He knows how to
100%.
fight. As I said, KSI, hands are low. He does have power, KSI, but I feel Tommy Fury outboxes KSI in this fight. So Tommy Fury gets the victory. So yeah, that's Misfits, the prime card for this week, and that is the Touchline tip-off. Yeah, that's it for Fight Talk of this week. And moving on to some football talk.
All right, back with some football talk today. We're going to talk about, first of all, Premier League matches that happened during the week. Lots of matches. First of all, we're going to talk about Manchester United's win last minute. Manchester. I sound like an English person, but Manchester United winning Brentford 2-1, 2 last minute goals to get them the 3 points. Big win. Crucial 3 points needed for you to get back into the top 4 race. Yes, it's still early, but massive 3 points on the board.
Yeah, it was a big win. We didn't play good at all. It's just something's off in the team, as we've seen as the season's unfolded. Casemiro was pretty poor. His passing this season has been abysmal. Not just his, but just the whole team in general hasn't clicked. And it looked like it was going to be another 1-0 defeat. You saw in the Champions League, we lost 3-2. We lost 1-0 against Crystal Palace. And it looked like we were going to lose. And then Scott McTominay came on, super sub. He scored his goal. And once he scored, I just knew that we were going to score again. I just had a feeling. And then right at the end, we nicked it 2-1. And it's now, as you look at it, it's a crucial 3 points because Man City dropped points, Liverpool dropped points. And now we find ourselves now 6 points behind City. So the top 4 now, it puts us in a better position heading into the international break. But
again, Andre Onana, yet another mistake. Yeah, I think he should have done better with that kick. Yeah. Look, it was a slight deflection, the tiniest of deflection off one of your defender's legs.
Yeah, he should have saved it.
But yeah, he should have saved it.
Yeah, he should be doing better. It's been a rocky start for him. He has not been the best. Distribution-wise, he's been pretty poor. Saving, he can't save a ball. He can't save a shot. And when he saved the shot, the whole fans were sarcastically saying, "Whoa!" Like in a way that he hasn't lived up to the standards. And look, it's been a tough start, but we also know the former goalkeeper David De Gea. He had a tough start to his Man United career, and then became one of probably the best Man United keeper there is. So, look, it's a positive. We got the win, 3 points on the bag, heading into the international break, just to settle down a bit, and then we go again. I think we've got who do we have
next week?
Yeah, we've got
an away game.
I know we got
it's a big game. I think.
I know we've got that whoever it is, and then we've got Man City after that. So
at home.
So yeah, we've got to start winning. We've got to start putting performances together because we don't want to run away from the top 4. We're 6 points now, which is good, and let's hope it stays that way.
Because what's something last year you had a very solid defense.
Yeah, that's
but this year you're already 10 or 11 goals conceded.
Yeah, it's bad.
And you look at the other teams, you've got one of the worst out of the big 6 teams, top 8 teams, Newcastle, Arsenal, United. You've got the worst defense. Even your attack hasn't been very good this year at all. You look at Rashford, Bruno Fernandes. They have few good games, especially Fernandes. Very inconsistent with Rashford as well. But yeah, long season to go. It's only 8 games in. You could now possibly maybe go on the next 10 games unbeaten. That's just weird about football.
As you said last year, our defense is the reason why we probably did so good. We couldn't score a goal, but what was good is that we'd keep a clean sheet. We'd score maybe 1 or 2 goals, and that would get us the win.
I think with a better keeper, you could have been getting more points on the board.
No, look.
Because again, De Gea, you tell me, lots of United fans will say, De Gea would have saved that. De Gea would have saved that.
De Gea would have saved that.
So that's what I'm saying. Look, you would have had more points on the board.
I don't want to blame all on United because the team must be doing better. So I'm not saying if he saved us goals, we've been doing better. I don't agree because...
No, what I mean...
The team has to be doing better. Yes, look, the Bayern one, we were doing so good. He leaked that goal and we crumbled. But I think to put it all on him and saying that if he was saving those goals, we'd be better, I don't think so.
What I'm saying Onana should have done better is because
you look at the same.
No, I'm not putting all the pressure on him because I think the whole team has been very, very poor this season. But what I mean Onana, that if it was De Gea, you would have got more points than what you have already because the saves he missed was stoppable.
I know what you mean because the Gea did
Palace was terrible. Yeah, he should have saved that.
De Gea did save us a lot of points last season.
That's my point.
But I'm not blaming on Onana because the attack has to do better. The attack has to create the goals. Yes, he made his mistakes, but I won't put all the blame on him because the team has to do much, much better.
Anyways, Spurs and Arsenal, only the two teams in the Premier League, North London teams, yet to lose a game. Both 6 wins, 2 draws. Arsenal just beating City just tonight. So today, Spurs beating Luton 1-0. Very convincing win. They had so many chances during the start of the game. But yes, Spurs, they're looking like a very good team. I don't think people have been all over social media that title race. I don't think they're in the title race at all this year. Look, I give them credit so far what they've done. They've kept 3 clean sheets or 4. They're attacking well. They're defending well. They're playing as a team. Reminds me of what Arteta did when he first joined the team. He's got the team playing a style, Ange. He's got them playing for the fans and playing for the badge. That's something that they've lacked over the years, Spurs. As much as I hate to say it, but they're really looking like a much better team and a team that united us when we versed them. It's not like a joke team anymore. That you have to pull your A game against Spurs.
Yeah. Look, in regards to Tottenham, they've been fantastic this season. The most improved team this season, of course. Ange has changed the team, and we keep on saying it every week. He's just taking the team to another level every week. They're scoring goals, they keep clean sheets, and have just brought that. He's brought that balance into the team within the defense and within the attack. And James Maddison has been a big part of that. He's creating goals for them, and it's about time to have that player since Christian Eriksen in his prime that really is the main person that's going to create the goals. Give Son some chances. Give Richarlison. And I'm just wondering now if Kane was in that team, it would have been a much stronger team. More goals that would have been scoring.
Over the years, I've said it previously about their defense is something they've lacked over the years. Same defenders. They've got a few new additions. Only Romero remains in that defensive line. But my point is they've had better defenders than what they have now. You look at Vertonghen, Alderweireld, I can go on and on, but the defense seems to be lacking always. In every game, they just leak points. But what he has done this season is very strong. Like, fantasy-wise, I said there's no point in putting a Spurs defender this year because they barely keep clean sheets. They always concede points. But now they're keeping clean sheets. So you can see what he's installed within the team. I still think it is a honeymoon period. They haven't really been... and of course, luck was on their side. But again, luck, everyone has to get some sort of luck to win games. But I think when there's a game where, say they do lose 4-0 against Liverpool or some big team or small team, that is where they're going to get tested the most. Yeah. Because that's where previously every season... United,
so that's one. They got a draw against Arsenal. That's
they're performing. But my point is...
They beat Liverpool. They've actually been doing good against these top 6 teams.
Fantastic. But if they do get smashed one time against a big team or small team, like
how they bounce back?
4-5-0, how are they going to bounce back from? Because we haven't seen that from Spurs. But you look at Arsenal... We're 3 years ahead of that process, and we know if we lose 4-0, we know we're going to bounce back from that. And talking about that, a 1-0 win against City. Perfect victory, no matter how good we played or if it was a terrible performance. All that we needed against City, especially with the likes of Rodri, De Bruyne, lots of players out for City. It was the perfect time to get the 3 points. First half, I don't think it was a very tactical game. Both managers set out their team to the way they wanted to play. It was very negative in the way both teams played. No one wanted to concede or attack, just pass the ball. It was like that's what football is all about. Tactical insight and just managing the game well. But second half, City remained the same, but Arsenal stepped up the intensity. They played much better. There was an intent in the way they played. Not the best chances, but I still think we deserved the 3 points.
Yeah, Arsenal's hoodoo finally done with Man City.
Yeah, 100%.
And it was a win they needed because I think that's going to give them a big boost heading into the next coming games. Chelsea. Because City, you always lose. You always lose at home, at way. But to get that win, you've got your first 3 points from Man City in a long time. So those 3 points are going to be very crucial coming at the end of the season. It was a must needed game. Martinelli came on, super sub. He scored that goal, and he's always looking threatening. He's always looking like he's the main man that's going to create something for Arsenal. And Man City, I watched the highlights. There was not a lot they did. Kovacic should have got red carded. That was he had a yellow card, and that was a clear, obvious second yellow card.
Clear.
And
It's just the refs.
fact that the ref did not consider that a red card, it just it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just laughing. But I'm just, like you said about the refs. The refs, it's normal. I always say it's always Arsenal, but now I'm looking at it, it's the whole teams in the competition.
Yeah.
Liverpool last week, absolutely robbed. They should have at least maybe got a point, or they should have won the game, because that Luis Diaz goal was a goal. Now today, Kovacic was a clear red. Okay, maybe not the first one, I think was a sent off. Okay, give that a yellow card. But then he done another tackle 5 minutes later, and yet he never got a red card. He should not didn't even get sent off.
And I was watching a big debate between Carragher and what's his name, the referee,
Mike Dean.
That's right. And yeah, they were both going at it, and he's sticking up for, of course, the VAR system and what they were saying through the whole time, because it did get leaked, the audio. But Jamie Carragher's like saying that, no, you can't make a mistake like that. Like, it was so obvious that it was
They didn't even use the lines.
They did not even use the lines. Like, it was clear. Even you don't even need a line to see it. You can see that Romero from the line is like a small gap, and then Diaz to the line is a bigger gap. So even by just seeing it as it is,
without the lines,
without all that technology, you can see that Luis Diaz is onside. And the VAR in any sport, it just you have it to improve the game. But in a way, now it's ruining the game.
Yeah,
so
I know.
You can't get it's a lose-lose situation. Like, you don't know what to do with it anymore. So it's really costing
both
them.
teams, North London teams, performing well, exceeding well, on the top of the ladder. Spurs first, Arsenal second. But before we do get onto the next topic, I just want to say about Arsenal's invincible run back in 03 to 04. I'm not saying we're getting it, but what I feel is that the next team that will achieve the invincible, I don't know, I've been saying it for years. You can tell Samuel, I've been saying it 2 years ago, that I feel when City lost one game in the season, when Liverpool lost 3-0 against Watford, something always told me that because how hard this is and we're the only team to do it, I always had this feeling that Arsenal will be the next team to get invincible. I'm not saying we're getting it this year. No, I'm not saying that. Yes, we're unbeaten so far. 8 games, 6 wins, 2 draws. But mark my word, clip this, Arsenal will be the next team to get invincible. Mark my word.
Okay, so the Rise of Newcastle United, their fantastic win in the Champions League, 4-1 against PSG. A crazy atmosphere, crazy scenes. And Newcastle, man, they're getting better. They're getting better. They had a slow start to the season. But Trippier's now on an assist role. He's got non-stop.
2.
He got an
He
assist.
got 2 against their win against Sheffield. He got 1 last week.
He got 3 against Sheffield.
No, but they kept the clean sheet.
I'm saying
He
got 3 assists, 2 than 1.
3-2-1. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and probably in the
Champions League he did too.
So yeah, man, Newcastle United, it's a team that, of course, they had those dark moments, almost got relegated, but ever since that takeover,
they're officially back.
And that's what I'm saying about United. If we can get a takeover like that, if we can just get the Glazers, that can be something that can happen to United. That's what I personally feel.
For me, I don't think so. Because I still think you've been given,
as I've said.
Because look at Newcastle. Look at Newcastle. They haven't spent money, because you look at who is the other their other owner. Is it something with Taylor's last name is? He didn't had all spend a lot for that club. That's why they were struggling.
Yeah.
But you can't compare Newcastle with United, because you guys have set $1 billion.
Yeah, but no,
since 2014, 2013, and you're still struggling.
I'm not talking about the money. I'm not talking about buying players. I think when you get a new takeover, they can fix the whole behind the scenes, get proper recruiting, so scouts, get proper scouts in, get a proper head of directors. I don't know. I don't see it like that. Look. I said, I think last week on the pod, let's say we get this takeover, we change everything, get everything cleaned out and change it all, and we still do bad, then I'd say that, we're in a period where we've got to accept that's who we are. But until he does, we need the Glazers to go. But because I feel once the Glazers go, then we can really see if the Glazers were the problem. Because so far they are. And until we get that change, until we get that new owner that can just take over, clean everything, then I can really make my assessment on, okay, have we improved, or is that just Man United now?
Look, going back to Newcastle, of course, that's the main topic. 2-2 draw against West Ham earlier in the morning. Look, I think they deserve the win, I guess. But West Ham, I think they've been I think they've improved a lot this season compared to last year. So when you talk about most improved, that would be up there with Spurs, sitting around in the top 10 so far. But Newcastle, what they've achieved over the last 2 years, ever since that takeover, it's just the fans trusting the process. That's why there's no negativity around the club anymore.
It's always important when the fans are
when the fans are
when
they're in the process, no one's complaining. That's when you can see the best of the club. Because you look at, I always refer to Arsenal. The fans agreed and they were trusted the process. And because the manager and the players know the fans are in this and they're in it for the long run, that gives them the confidence to achieve their goals. And that's what Newcastle are about to do this season.
Yeah.
We even put in our bold prediction at the start of the year that Newcastle will struggle this year.
To miss out on Europe.
Or
Champions League.
Something like that. But at the start, it did look like we could be getting it right.
It's still going to happen. It's still going to happen because, of course, Champions League will come in. They're tired. More players, changing players, travelling. So it can affect them. But so far now, their season's back on board. They're back on winning games. And they're fighting for the top 4. But before we wrap it up, the World Cup, the 2030 World Cup, they're announcing that it's going to be done in 3 different continents. Personally, for me, I'm not happy with this because now they're thinking from a business side of view, not a player's side of view, the fan side of view. Because if you look at the players, they're going to go, for example, in Europe, they'll have a game. The next day they're going to...
but I think they'll do say there's... A, B, C, D. There's like 8 groups.
Yeah, but trust me, they won't think about the players. They'll do 1 game in Europe, then the next day they got to travel to Europe, train a bit, then play, then go back. It's going to be...
World Cup has always been known to be that one country. That's what makes what's it called? That's what makes World Cup good. One country, everyone Africa, there. Brazil, that's Germany. It's all been at one country. Everyone loves it. And it's just the feeling of the World Cup at one country is a brilliant thing, a brilliant idea. And for them to change it at Europe, South Africa,
football
and America, it just
football is not for the fans anymore.
No, it's just business.
From a business side of view now, they want the money. They want to do what's going to get them the big bucks. And they don't care about the fans.
Even I question the World Cup being at Saudi. But man, that was one of the best World Cups I've ever watched. I always said, nothing will top Brazil, even the Africa one.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm being dead set, that topped it off.
It's up there.
A World Cup. I just don't think this will be the World Cup everyone's going to be looking for.
Yeah. As I said, it's football's off for the fans. They should scrap it while they still can. And just put it in one country. Whatever country it is, put it in one country and the fans will enjoy it. But that's a wrap up for Football Talk. And we'll wrap up the podcast with the boys. All right, boys, that's a wrap up for Touchline Podcast episode 44. A great show once again. Talked about so many things. And before we wrap it up, we're going to be posting the first Touchline show on Friday. We're going to be doing a lot of challenges, skits. We'll be posted on it. Pranks. So in a way, everything will be done on that.
Like the footy show, I guess.
In a way, And Bill.
This is one of the forfeits. Little preview what's going to come on Friday. So make sure to tune in on Friday. The first episode drops. Pickled gourmet fish.
Oh my
God. Me and Ethan are going to go at it on one of the segments where the loser has to eat one of this.
Don't get me started.
I don't know what it is.
I actually said to Bill off camera, I said, it's one of us going to be in hospital for sure.
Hey, I'm going to book your hospital bed, mate, because I'm winning this. Anyways.
What hospital do you rather?
Don't tell me.
Makes sense, yeah?
Makes sense.
Anyways.
I'll probably be in the coffin very soon.
That's a little preview. Stay tuned on that. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We're on our way to 600 subs. Make sure you subscribe. We want to get there. Our aim was to try and get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So if you guys can, we'd appreciate it. Everyone watching us, subscribe. We want to get to 1K.
Every single person watching this video now, you make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
We're taking over, man.
We're taking over. Trust me.
It takes a second. So just scroll down the mouse and click the subscribe button.
Yeah, 1K by the end of the year. Let's get that.
We'll see you guys soon.
See you later.